Came from a public school, Wesco East High School.
Go. What type of school did you come from? A public, private, or charter?
A public school.
All right. So what type of school did you come from?
I came from a charter school, SciTech. It's focused on science and engineering.
What type of school did you come from?
I come from a public school, but I've been on private ones.
What type of school did you come from?
Charter school.
Did you come from public or private school?
A public school.
Where did you come from, public or private school?
Public.
Okay, public or private?
Both, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
So which type of school did you come from? A public, charter, or private?
I came from a charter magnet school, high school.
Which type of school do you believe performs better?
I believe private schools perform better.
Okay. Which do you believe performs better?
I believe education-wise, private schools might have the advantage over public schools.
I believe that charter schools perform better compared to public and private schools.
Which do you think performs better?
The public schools.
Why?
Which type of school do you believe performs better?
I'd have to say a private school has better performance.
I think private schools would perform better.
Which type of school do you believe performs better?
Charter.
I'd say public.
Any reasoning?
Just because the private school I went to is religious, so that had a lot of influence on the education, which I felt limited me, so, especially in science.
Private, probably.
How come?
I feel like they're better prepared and they have more attention, like, focused on them. They get a better education. It's private, you pay for it.
I believe probably private schools would perform better just because you have to actually pay in to get that better education. So I believe once you're paying in to a system, you're going to get what you paid for out of it. So I believe that the teachers in private schools will probably be better in giving education as opposed to public or charter schools.
Which type of school do you believe has the highest graduation rate?
Most likely private. I feel, as I said before, once you're able to get that better education and your parents are able, or whoever is paying for your education is able to continue paying for that education, people or children in private schools will most likely graduate at a higher rate as opposed to those in public schools.
Graduation rate? Well, I suppose public schools, because there's more of it than private schools here.
Yeah.
Which type of school do you believe has the highest graduation rate?
Charter schools, because looking at the one that I went to, pretty much everyone graduated except for like 2 people. And at public schools, there's like a big failure rate. Yeah.
Okay. Which do you think has the highest graduation rate?
Probably private schools.
How come?
They're there because, like, they want to be, you know, like, you have to pay for it. Like, you're going to try harder.
Okay.
Charter.
Private schools.
Which type of school do you believe has the highest graduation rate?
Probably a private school also.
I think I would say maybe public school.
Why?
Because I'm assuming there's more students in there.
I think private schools, because public schools it's kind of okay to like flunk. Like I'm not saying it's okay to flunk, but like you know what I mean. Like private schools like kind of focus on their students more. I would think.
Okay. Which do you think has the highest graduation rate?
That's kind of tough just because there's so many exceptions. I mean, the private schools I went to, I mean, yeah, it was a higher graduation expectation, but the education I feel wasn't great versus the high school. I'd say maybe about the same, like if you're to do like a nationwide survey.
If you had a child, where would you send your child to?
Let's see. Yeah, I'd rather go for a private school actually. You'll most likely be some more successful over there than in a public school, in my opinion.
Okay.
If you had a child, what type of school would you send them to?
I would send them to the same school I went to, which was the charter school.
If you had a child, which type of school would you send your child to?
Private.
Private?
Yes.
If you had children, which type of school would you send them to?
A private school, definitely.
If you had children, which type of school would you send them to?
I would send them to a private school.
A public school as well.
Why?
Well, I liked it there and I made nice friends and met good people. And my teachers actually cared rather than sending me to higher stuff.
Okay. If you had a child, where would you send your child to?
I think I would send them to a public school still, just to have that social, broadness as compared to a private school.
If you had a child, what kind of school would you send them to?
Public.
Public.
Yeah.
Reasoning?
Just because I don't know how much money I would have. And then also, the only private schools I think are really good would probably be way too expensive for me. So, that's just how I feel.
If you had a child, which type of school would you send them to?
If I could afford it, private school, but if not, I would send them to a charter school because I came from a charter school and I really enjoyed the experience. The teachers were really great, and I feel like they could get a very good quality education at either one of those schools.
If you had a kid, where would you send your kid to, what school?
Public school.
For the same reason that... Okay. Alright, thanks.